Hey everyone, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner, and I'm back with another video. And this series is going to be a lot different from what I have done in the past. Why? Because I am honoring one of the most brilliant composer lyricist that the American theater scene has ever produced. We lost him the other day at the age of 91 years old. His name, of course, is Stephen Sondheim. If you're a musical nerd, this is crushing. It really is. I think we thought he was just going to live forever, didn't we? Um, Stephen Sondheim is so legendary that upon his death, people on the other side of the pond in the UK compared this guy to William Shakespeare, folks. Yeah, he's that influential. He changed the American theater production totally. Totally changed it. Um just obliterated the boundaries of what theater is as far as musicals. Um Innovative, can't even describe this guy musically. He was a composer and a lyricist. So he did both. Um, Astonishing stuff. Just astonishing stuff. I had to do this. Why? Because some of the most earliest music that I heard as a child was his stuff, his music. Why? Because my mother was a theater nerd. She loved Broadway. She bought original Broadway production soundtracks of musicals. She went to musicals. We used to, when she was older, we used to buy her theater tickets. And she would go get on the train or get on the bus. We lived in the Bronx, and she would go down to Broadway and watch musicals. She loved them. My mother took me to my first musical on Broadway when I was 11 years old. It was called The Me Nobody Knows, and it starred a very young Irene Cara. It was a children's musical. Yeah. Stephen Sondheim, luckily he got his props while he was here with us. Thank goodness. I'm going to just list some of his accolades. They're just ridiculous. He won 9 Tony Awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Tony. He won an Academy Award for film music, 8 Grammy Awards, a Pulitzer Prize, a Laurence Olivier Award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He's got not one, but 2 theaters named after him. One on Broadway and one in the West End of London. And if you know theater, that is where you go in the UK to watch theater productions. He wrote film music as well. Many of his plays have been adapted for film, many of them. I can think of at least 5 off the top of my head. He basically reinvented the American musical. His music and lyrics could be so complex. They just kind of were mind blowing. Very sophisticated. Themes that were totally unexpected. Things that you wouldn't imagine them to be something that you could do as a musical? Presidential assassins, a murderous barber, the Roman Empire, gang violence. Guy was a freaking genius, absolute genius, and all the accolades that have been pouring out from the musical theater community upon his death are totally, totally well deserved, in my opinion. Totally. I am going to do some of his stuff. I want to thank YouTubers for uploading original Broadway cast productions, particularly in the 50s and 60s. Some of this stuff is hard to get now, folks. And thank God the theater nerds on YouTube uploaded these cast albums, because I'm able to, I would prefer for this particular video series to play original cast productions if I can. I think that is the best way to experience his work. Of course, many of his songs have been covered by, pop artists, whatever. In fact, I already have a song by Stephen Sondheim on this channel. If you look at Barbra Streisand, the last song in the video series is from a Stephen Sondheim play, and it's called Somewhere. Right. I believe that's the only song currently that I have by him on the channel, but we're about to do a video series on him, so there's going to be a bunch more. Of course, Stephen Sondheim was born in New York City. He was raised partly in Pennsylvania, but I believe he spent the majority of his life in New York. He was a musical prodigy, always apparently interested in theater, and became a protege and was mentored by Oscar Hammerstein II, the brilliant composer lyricist. He mentored him, actually gave him sort of a pseudo course in how to write songs when he was very young. And Stephen Sondheim eventually studied theater, I believe in college, and he devoted himself pretty much to writing for the theater. I think it's admirable that as a young man, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. That's rare, especially when you're young and, you're in your teens and 20s, you're kind of searching. I know I was. But anyway, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wrote for theater as a young man. Didn't get a lot of traction, but he got to be known in certain circles and was introduced to people in the theater primarily through his association, I believe, with Oscar Hammerstein. We're up to 1956 or so. He got invited to a party. Didn't know too many people, but did recognize one guy, the brilliant Arthur Lawrence, who was a playwright, very influential, in American theater. Arthur told Stephen that he was writing something with Leonard Bernstein, and it was a musical adaptation of the Shakespeare classic Romeo and Juliet. Bernstein was writing the music, of course, but they needed somebody to write the lyrics. At this point, Stephen Sondheim was known for being a lyricist, not so much for being a composer, but on the lyrics side. And the two people who were supposed to write the lyrics, right, the iconic Betty Comden and Adolph Green, they were busy in Hollywood writing stuff and weren't available to do this upcoming play. Arthur Lawrence told Stephen Sondheim, "I'll get you an audition with Leonard Bernstein." It happened. Leonard Bernstein was like, I'll talk to you later. Leonard Bernstein talked to Oscar Hammerstein, Stephen Sondheim's mentor, about Stephen Sondheim. Stephen Sondheim wanted to do both because he felt he was being pigeonholed as a lyricist. So he wanted to write the music and the lyrics. Leonard Bernstein said, slow your roll. I'll let you write the lyrics. You can do music some other time. That's what happened. Stephen Sondheim wrote the lyrics. Leonard Bernstein wrote the music. And what was that play? West Side Story. Opened up in 1957 and over 700 performances, folks. It was a hit. Stephen Sondheim later didn't discount the lyrics, but he really didn't like them. He was critical of them. He thought they were a little too simplistic. No matter. West Side Story is an absolute classic. It was a hit play. It was turned into a monster of a film in the early 60s. And Shaka Shocks, it's getting remade and it's going to be opening next month, folks. And who's directing the remake? Steven Spielberg. All I can say is it better be good, especially now that Stephen Sondheim has passed. The pressure's on, believe me. It is one of the most iconic productions ever. It's really relatable, accessible to everyone. But think about what it's about, though. It's about gangs. You're talking about gangs. You're talking about gang rivalry, gang violence. You're talking about prejudice, hate. These things weren't in musicals in the 1950s, certainly. Astonishing. Just astonishing. I'm going to play something from the original Broadway soundtrack. Thank you, YouTubers, for uploading this stuff. Thank you. The actor who's singing is Larry Kurt. And Larry Kurt was a Broadway star during this time. And he is going to sing the song that I'm about to play. And this classic song is called Something's Coming.
Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. It'd make 'em cannonballing down through the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone'll jingle, door'll knock. Open the latch, something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, or whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy. Meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, maybe tonight.
Yeah, that's wow. I haven't heard that in a long time. That is from 1957. Larry Kurt is singing it, and that is called Something's Coming from West Side Story. Wow. What a way to start off your career, folks. That was his first major hit as far as being a lyricist, and of course the music by the legendary Leonard Bernstein. As always, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner. Please like, click, share, subscribe, push the button and join the party. I will be back with more from Stephen Sondheim.